Hello and welcome to the 2022 PDGA United States Amateur Disc Golf Championships, a PDGA major located at Kensington Metro Park. My name is Zachary O'Haron, and on the commentator's mic with me today, I have Papa Wolf. How you doing?
You know, it's an honor to be here. Super stoked. I loved being involved in this tournament. I was the starter on hole 1, so now I get to see the rest of the holes.
Pretty stacked field here right now. 3 guys have kind of separated themselves in the initial lead here. Many people looking to kind of make some moves this round, including Phil, who will be on the top of our card here. All of our players here, neg 1 right now, including Ike.
Shout out to Ike. We'll see
Ike.
His interesting game coming up.
And probably the most liked person here other than Paul.
Shout out to Team Bente. That was him and a few of his friends up from Texas.
That's awesome.
And then Bryson Haft, my friend from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Big cannon for an arm.
Hey, just want to give you a shout out if you watched coverage of day 1. No holes played under par on day 1, but spoiler, we have 3 holes that play under par on day 2.
That's right. We got some good adjustments. Starting with hole 1, let's see what they do here. 477 feet. You want to stay out of that thick stuff on the right side. Common place to throw forehand or backhand turnover.
Look at that beautiful starter, letting us all get ready to rock and roll. Weather, again, perfect.
Beautiful.
Thank you to all those that ordered it.
I may know from experience, but the pollen count was very high.
Very high. I was eating Benadryls like they were candy.
Phil is an exclusive backhander, like Ty is almost. So you won't see him throw forehand. I don't know. We might have to put a counter verbally out again. I don't think I see him throw forehand, but it's going to be very rare if you do.
Ike is not a backhander.
He's the exact opposite.
He is an exclusive forehander and turbo putter.
And do you know what he's throwing right there?
Yeah, he's throwing a Star Max.
Yeah, Max and Apes and...
Ike carries 4 discs in his bag. Ike carries a Ape, a Star Max, a Slammer as his mid-range.
Yep.
And he putts, again, turbo putt only, with a Pig.
Yeah, Ricky 2020.
He did carry a 5th disc today out of pure excitement and hoping to see Chris Dickerson. He carried one of the Chris Dickerson buzzes.
Oh, that's right.
But the best thing about Ike is the fact that he's got his #1 fan, his newborn, at the course. So as soon as we get done, he goes over and gives him a hug, which is great. And Henry throws a great forehand to start off. Shout out to our spotter, Nick Green, on hole 1 from Discraft. Worked overnight in the shop, making frisbees, doing the manager stuff, and then would come and spot for us on hole 1 and then go home and take a nap and go back to the shop. So thank you, everyone, working hard. And then Bryson cooks a great forehand down there.
He has got a ton of power.
We got Phil with his approach now. Looking to start off with a par. A little bit of a floater there.
Yep, nice and close.
Henry looking to land inside bullseye. Ooh, a little hat flow.
I do know that because Dona was most interested in Ike because we watched him warm up on day 1 and we're like, why is he not on our feature card? Because we wanted him right away just after 3 minutes of watching him putt. But his Chris Dickerson buzz was not in the bag for the round. He had taken it out because I remember Donut specifically exclaiming to me multiple times, there's no mid-ranges in this. At all. I'm like, that's probably true.
And Henry gets some...
Oh!
Literally, like, almost...
Spoke it out.
Yeah. Here comes Ike with his first turbo. Boom. Nothing but chains.
Yeah, anything in circle, he's turboing.
And there we go. Great clean start.
Hole 2 coming up next. 680 feet. Common play here is to go to the short part of the hill to have flat ground, or if you have big power, you can try to get it up the hill as much as possible, try to make the second shot shorter, although usually you have a run uphill, which causes you to lose a little distance. The basket is not elevated as it has been, as you maybe see in like the Great Lakes Open coverage. So this is a very attackable pin position for today as well. Yesterday there was 1 birdie on it.
Ooh. How many today?
5.
5.
It's like the magic number.
I love 5. Phil starts us off. Stays out of the cabbage. Right past the spotter, right in the middle. Looks like he knows what he's doing.
This card played much faster than day one. They're very casual on it. They very friendly, talk a lot, have a good time. But boy, oh boy, are they efficient when it comes to prepping and going. They do not need a lot of time on the pad. Henry here is going to go with a backhand as well. 2 almost perfect drives, position-wise.
And we can make that 3.
Yes, sir. That's a great spot to be in.
Really interesting to see how far Bryson tries to bite off. I'm going to make the guess that he's going.
Yeah, he's trying to get up the hill as much as possible.
A little bit of a flex on that forehand. Leaves him just on the edge, but about a third of the way up that hill.
That looked like it was going to go so deep in the woods from the tee box. Was worried that was 40 in.
Bryson with his second shot up the hill. Turns a little bit to the right. Again, that is a challenge with the footing.
Yep.
Our guy Ike.
Stand still. I mean, he's going to do this a lot. Almost everything he does is exclusively stand still. That one little nose up. He's going to be early right. Should be able to get up and down.
But again, safe. Phil, really enjoy the way he plays. Love the attack here. Got to get up there a little bit.
So he actually plays it safe. He doesn't try to get up there, I think mostly because of what Henry did, right? Hitting early. He just plays it in the center and then just tries to take an easy 4. Bryson, on the other hand, is going to throw a standstill. I bet that was, power-wise, all of 400.
Yeah, and it was beautiful.
That was disgusting.
Henry's looking at his third shot, trying to get it close to that bucket.
A little bit of a slip.
A little bit. It's going to leave him outside of the circle. We're probably going to go Phil and then Ike here.
There's 2 adjustments I'd like to see on this course, and they're both flags. I'd like to see a flag put on top of 2 and 14.
Yeah.
I think that would help a little bit.
Ike with his slammer approach. Going to leave himself a nice short turbo.
Here's Henry from outside circle. Dead center basket.
Yeah. Can't say you didn't try on that one.
Right there.
And look at that, too. It's a green square.
That's a green square. Bryson being one of the lucky few. Hole played at 4.44, so almost just under half stroke over par. Still very difficult. Day one it played 0.42, so actually a little more difficult, even though we had more birdies here.
I just love how the fact that Ike is 12 feet away, still went down to a knee, and took his time.
His putting routine and practices, like Donut and I watched him for all 3 days, is just so clean. He does the absolutely correct putting techniques of 20 feet, 15 feet, goes to a knee, doesn't do the knee. Like, he does it. He has a great putting practice routine, and it shows on the green when he plays. Back over now to hole 3, 915 feet. Pretty standard with no OB there. You'll see some people drift into the 14's fairway on the left for their approach shot. Otherwise, normally, you're just trying to get it as far down this fairway as possible while still being able to see the basket. On the right side, if you lose your disc, you're going to be going to a drop zone for a lost disc.
Bryson just absolutely rips this one.
Just mashed.
That is real far.
It's actually too far.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to see the basket. He's going to be blocked by that null. It's going to be really interesting. I like how Phil released down.
Yes.
This is a really controlled shot. Oh, unfortunately, he does land in some of the long stuff in between 14 and 3.
Yep. If he was 4 feet right, it'd be great. He's going to probably have to have a standstill from there. Ike's throwing. That's the max, right? The yellow one?
Yellow one is the max.
So he's just going to throw his max.
And has a nice little safe roll to the left.
It's going to make me smile every time I watch Ike play. From now until forever. Henry leaking towards the wood line on the right. It needs that to fight through. And great kick. Center of the fairway. That's going to be in position for him to be able to potentially save that birdie. He's going to be out, though. It's going to be a big shot from here. Good line.
Yeah, Henry just needed to get that a little bit higher, and I think that would have been a great shot. Ike using the max again for...
This is a standstill from 400.
Yep. And there we go.
That's a max.
Yep, star max, just nice and easy.
I don't think people understand with the words that are coming out of my mouth. That is 400 feet standstill with a max. Go buy a max and try it. Get yours at GreatLakesDisc.com.
Yeah, use promo code
111786.
There you go, to save 10%.
A little shameless self-promoting.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Phil, unfortunately, having to go to a standstill, but will be in circle 2. Bryson here, actually, when he walked up to his disc, I didn't really record it very well, so you couldn't see it. Actually, while he could see the basket, pointed his hand towards it, and then walked down the hill while continuously pointing at it, so he knew what the line was.
Yeah.
But overshot the basket because he couldn't see how far away it was. And that's the danger of actually getting too good off the tee. You can cause yourself having a little tricky approach shot from there. Phil with a soft bid for his birdie. Bryson with a birdie look as well. Good height, just not quite on frame there. It's going to be a little left.
There you go.
Henry's got a very firm putt with a very soft putter. Very gummy.
And Ike with the birdie look.
Takes his time, good routine, gets himself squared up. Bang.
Green square.
Green square. This is the first hole to be adjusted to be under par for the day at negative 0.01. Just barely under par.
Since 2015, Great Lakes Disc has been supporting players at all levels, from local leagues and events to professional disc golfers on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Visit GreatLakesDisc.com to learn more.
So hole 4 is a 580-foot hole, one of my favorites on the entire course. Players are looking to either push over those pine trees and crash late, or come up left of these skinnier trees. And then with the approach shot using the hill to slow us down, we don't want to go too fast though, because as in Toboggan tradition, right behind the basket, and it slopes off hard. Starting us off is our guy Ike.
Ike told us that he made it to the gap in round 1 through this line. He meant to keep it in the air the whole time, put it more roller angle than he wanted, but he said he got it to flex out last round where it split the pine tree and the others, and he got it up to the gap almost for an eagle look.
And Bryson has amazing power and does the really skinny route over the pine trees on the right side. He's going to have a great look.
That's what Paul did in round 1, but even better.
Yeah. Here comes Phil. That's going to come up right between them. Oh, it's hung up.
Yep.
He's still going to have a look, though.
Correct.
It might be a low ceiling look, but it'll be a look.
Very fortunate not to be caught in and under those pine trees, because then that cuts off a lot of options.
Yeah. Henry's swinging this one right. Let's hope it comes back.
Not going to quite make it over. You can see the frustration from him. He was really wanting that to come back.
All right. Ike is, we'll just say off fairway.
Yes, to say the least.
But don't worry, folks. He's got a thumber.
It slipped out of his hand, and it shanked hard right. and he's now going to be farther in the woods.
Ooh. Phil's going to have a patent-pending turnover hill skip. Well, we're not even going to get to the hill, but he's going to have a great look.
Yeah. Very clean, got up there easy up and down from that point, or at least a very doable up and down. I shouldn't say easy, because I say easy, and then you actually have to do it, and all of these greens are little mounds or turtle shells, as you called them, and very easy to get a roll away. Bryson is just in a perfect position. Couldn't place a disc better than where he landed, and he's just that upshot perfect right by the basket. He should have a birdie from there. Henry using the hill as well is going to be right next to Bryson. Also is going to have a par look from 7 feet away.
Love it.
Phil, a little upshot.
Inside that 5.
Yeah, these guys are, this is textbook from this position. We got to go find Ike, who has a very small window up and around.
That's it. That's all Ike needs, though.
Very interesting person, and he's just showing you that even with some sketchy drives, some sketchy upshots, you can still take par.
I mean, I don't know if there's anyone that had more fun on the course either.
No, 0% chance that anyone else had any more fun than he did. He was the most fun.
I like to say that every event I'm at, I win most fun, but I was at this event, and I think Ike won most fun, so I bend the knee.
And he's such a good personality. Everyone has fun with him, too.
This card in general, like, I just loved how polite everyone was, how happy people will be there. Hole 5, one of the beautiful new additions.
Love it.
Thanks to Dave and everyone at the Kensington Metro Parks for getting this done. 480-foot downhill, plays obviously a little bit less. You don't want to go left. You don't want to go right. You just want to go straight as far as you can, and maybe even get a little bank off the down tree at the end to kick towards the basket. Unfortunately, Bryson goes a little hot right, but gets a safe roll where he's real close to the fairway for his second shot.
This is actually a tough shot for Ike.
Yeah.
Forehand is very difficult. I don't know what the blue one is.
I think that's one of his apes.
His apes? Okay.
To give you reference, the ape is the understable of the 2 discs that he carries, and the ape is one of the most stable discs that I know of. So,
I wonder if he's ever thrown or wants to throw a tilt.
Who knows? I don't know. But Phil throws a beautiful shot. It's going to get a great look at the basket. And now we have Henry taking his time on the pad. Boom. Hopefully that rides. Get it. Sneak. Yes.
Good kick.
Healthy kick. We're pro healthy kicks here at Crew 42.
I mean, we do our best.
Yeah. Now that is a Berg. I can see in his hand.
Yes, it
nice
is.
Slow disc. Oh, unfortunately doesn't sneak through the gap.
It's the one he had to miss.
Yeah. He's going to get a second opportunity at this. Looks like he's got the Berg again. Goes a little bit higher this time.
And you can't see it on either of the cameras, but he actually catches a big old cluster of leaves right off at the edge of the woods there, and it slows his disc down even more.
Ike's got a reliable shot here. Again, using this slammer.
It's so stable, too. He can put it on this Anheuser, and it's going to come back and land flat.
I think he's going to 3 this one.
I am going to say yes as well.
Phil's in the safe run area, but I think he made the smart choice in putting it right under the bucket.
Yeah, it does gradually go downhill away from where he was at. You can get a little run away from there, but I think he's safe. Oh, Henry with a good bid. He's going to choke up from 20 feet away as well. Should hopefully be able to get that for his par. But a good, valiant effort for his birdie look. And Bryson just saying, let me chip up there real quick for my layup. Try to get this hole over with. Solid putt from Henry there. Bryson now. No, too far right.
That's just, we all have tough holes. Yeah. Hopefully he can just get by this one.
And the numbers just keep adding up for him.
Phil gets the gray square.
A lot of gray squares for this hole. A lot of green squares actually this time as well. 3.41 average, which compared to round one, is a little bit better. Not a lot. And we're going to head over to hole 6 next. 519 feet, par 4, one of the newer holes invented last year. Beautiful looking fairway now with the new added green. You really want to get your drive at least this far into the fairway. An ideal one will get you all the way up to the edge of this kind of valley, and then from there it's a forehand or backhand turnover over the valley into the second green. It is on a bit of a knoll, so it does have rollaway potential, but with the new grass, it tends to grab a little bit better.
Yeah, and again, this is just a beautiful hole. It is a challenging hole. There's nothing wrong with having a hard hole on a course, but it is definitely beautiful.
Does play easier this round than it did last round by 0.08.
Love it.
A few more pars than bogeys.
Really like Phil's play here.
Yeah.
Just real smart, real safe, dead in the middle. Wish we could all play like Phil.
Yeah, I wish. I'll take his backhand game. Henry trying to go sneaky inside.
Yeah, it looks like he was forcing one over a little bit on something stable, too. Got a little bit of a rollout once he landed, but again, still in the fairway. Bryson going forehand off the tee.
Yeah. That's a captain's raptor, actually.
Oh, wow.
It's real stable, just pitches it up there. Just wants to be in the right side.
Yeah, it looks like he knows his plan.
And this is a destroyer out of his hand, I believe.
A Halo Destroyer. Settle, settle. Ooh, boy. Bryson, way to recover on that hole.
I mean, when you have 400 standstill power, I guess, just get in position, right?
Yeah, buddy. Turnover forehand from Henry. Oh, taking the tight gap.
I don't think that's what he wanted to do. He's going to get caught up early.
Yeah, he's still got the ability to par this hole, though.
For sure.
And I'm going to turn over a max, have it come back and crash.
He has a very open grip as well.
Okay, didn't quite get as far up the hill as he wanted probably, but again, should be an easy 4 for him.
That should be able to see the basket too, so he might have a look.
Phil going to turn over a disc again, get around the corner, hopefully have it settle in.
It's the same disc that he threw off the tee.
Wonderful. Man.
I don't know what it is. It's maroon and it's sparkly.
I love it.
Those are the best describers I can give you guys.
Got to start doing a quick in the bag before we start for the commentators.
I know.
Henry, great play. Puts himself about the 12-foot range.
I'm going to blame the guy who's filming.
Ike throwing a traditional putt right underneath the basket. It's going to be a tap in for the gray square.
Yeah, I think outside of the circle, he just does a safe and kind of high putt.
Phil gets the green square. Well played, Phil.
A bonus green square as well.
Yeah, not too many of those one.
Yeah, looking at the stats right now, I see 9.
9 out of 158.
Yeah, that's a lot of people who didn't get a green square.
And look at another guy gets a green square.
We get two of them.
2 out of the 9 were on this card. And Ike for the gray square.
It doesn't matter if it's 10 feet, 3 feet, 18 feet, 27 feet. He's going to take his time, do his routine.
Just kept telling myself, one shot at a time, just worry about your shot and not anything else.
What a shot. Chris Dickerson.
You can't control what anybody else does, so.
That was incredible.
When he needed it most.
Two-time major champion, Chris Dickerson.
All right, hole 7 is a par 4, 667 feet, but boy, does it play a little bit harder than that.
For sure.
We have a great tee shot where we want to land in the middle. We have to worry about left and right, and then we're going to approach into this green again. Personally, for me, I go backhand and then forehand. I'm a right-handed player.
Okay.
Again, though, a little bit conservative. Let's see Phil's power backhand here. He gets a lot more distance than I would. But that's what we worry about off the tee.
Yep.
Even great shots like that still trickle off 5-6 feet off the pad. Shout out to our flag people, our spotters, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Bryson ripping one here. Turns it over a little bit. Let's see the stability.
Halo Destroyer activate.
Yup. Oh, turns donut around and look at that.
Perfect. Can't place it much better than that.
No, when the people putting turn around to see your shot, that's a good shot.
I actually like the forehand a lot here. If you get it turned over, he doesn't flip this one over this time. He's going to be early right. But actually, if he gets that turned over at all and lands on top of the hill, it opens up his angle to attack the basket really, really well. Henry now. He's going to throw just a bullet down the center of this fairway.
Love it.
That's well executed.
Great shot, Henry. I think we'll probably have Ike first. Yep.
Yep, out of position here.
Power forehand, crossing the fairway, unfortunately. Clipping something, but landing dead middle.
Mm-hmm.
Love to see that.
As long as he can get back on the fairway and give himself a chance for par, he's going to give himself a really good chance at it.
I really like this control shot from Phil.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't try to do too much.
Just put it on a hyzer, let it ride that whole way.
Yeah.
This is looking really good as well.
Henry, so smooth. Love it.
A little short from him, but there's a putt there.
Yep. Circle's edge. I like Bryson's forehand here. Same thing I would do, except from much further away.
He's going to be up on the mound.
Yeah.
I just want to say it's very impressive in this course specific, extra difficult for him to have a triple bogey through 6 and still be par on the round.
Yeah.
Like if that was a par, 3 down through the first 6 holes is hot.
Yep. Ike taking his third shot and put it in within 12 feet. Here comes Phil's third shot. Real high, lofty putt. It's going to settle down.
Didn't want to give it a chance to roll on the backside there.
Here's Henry's third shot. Oh,
He
man.
wanted that.
Yep. We want them all, though, don't we?
Yeah, that's very true. We're greedy disc golfers.
Yep. And look at that green square. What purple square? No purple square.
No purple square. He's got I don't even know what you would call that. Birdie sandwich. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yummy. It's just 1 down through 7 with a triple bogey. That's insane. This course is extra insane. Ooh, good catch by the basket there. Pretty clean from our card overall as we head into hole 8.
Hole 8. You got to get through the soccer goal here. Make sure we're not clipping the top rail, if you will. A lot of right-hand, backhand hyzers to where you see these two fine gentlemen right here. And then for me, at least, you're going to try a forehand or a high turnover into the green. And again, hole 8, one of the rare holes that actually does have OB because of the road behind it.
Correct.
Big, 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 big opportunity here to score well. But you got to get through the hole. Bryson's starting us off. Getting through the hole, going a little too straight.
Yeah, it actually clips something and kicks it farther right too.
Yeah.
But we're about to discover something that Ike knows about over on that side.
Yes, we are. Here comes Phil doing a textbook shot.
Yep. That's perfect. Even when the long grass just doesn't matter.
Yep. Our forehand friend Ike. Oh.
So Ike is actually trying to get over to where Bryson is on purpose. He's trying to throw that. Got that a little too high. Hit that crossbar. Knocked him down straight. So we'll see what his play is from that position.
Henry's hat Takes a dive again.
Third time.
Got a hat count.
Yeah, we got a hat count in this round.
Looks like he's pinned in pretty good.
Yeah, this is a tough spot. And he hits that last tree, that thick one you could kind of see at the very end. Doesn't get out of the woods. He's going to have another kind of shot here.
Tough hole for Henry.
Yep. Sometimes it's hard to, once that snowball kind of starts rolling, it's hard to kind of get it to contain on your score there. But Ike trying to go up and over everything and ends up clipping that last kind of branch.
Falling into that cedar tree.
Yep.
Be interesting footing.
So there's a gap back here.
Yeah, the superhizer, if you will.
And luckily for Bryson here, who has never thrown this gap before in his life, has enough power to get up there. He's going to be by that big tree.
Yeah, just about circle one inside.
Yeah, I know.
Phil playing the more traditional route, like we said. Gonna try to turn something over.
This is low.
Oh, he gets to the circle's edge, though. So he's got to look for a 3.
I do like Phil's choice to go lower as well. You'll see a lot of people try to just sky it way in the air on an Anheuser and try to get it to float, and it's just such a tough shot to do that with, that Phil's just like, I'm going to keep it low, I'm going to try to throw a screamer up there into the circle, and a little unlucky that he hit early, but really just best chance for him to just kind of secure that.
Yeah, it looks like Henry hit a ghost branch and fell to the circle's edge. Here comes Ike trying to get one up there. Looks like he got clipped up, kept it a little bit too inside.
Yep.
Gonna give himself a look. All right, Henry's just outside the circle. Looks like a left to right wind. Never quite got up high enough.
Yeah, it's just one of those kind of putts where the basket's sitting, you know, at your head.
Yep. Smart play there. Nothing silly. Now, look at Bryson for the
I know,
3.
This is insane.
That's okay. That's a safe 4 after hitting the initial,
Missing his gap.
rubbage, if you will. Looks like Phil's going to tap in for 4 as well.
Yeah, not what some of these guys expected. Surprisingly, I wouldn't have expected it out of this hole, but this is a third hole that actually adjusts from over to under. I would have expected it to probably play at par, but, I mean, you never know. And so apparently the field kind of made better adjustments here.
Yeah. Bryson is not the only person I know that goes around the right side there.
Yeah.
So
I never knew about it until this year, and Ike's like, oh, yeah, I love that gap. I'm like, all right, then we're going to go check it out.
yeah. We're moving into hole 9 here.
Love it.
It is one of the newer ones. We have a 472-foot downhill. Players want to avoid leaking too far early left. Also, if you can push past the trees on the right side to land onto the green, or come up just short of the trees to kind of be right at circle's edge, that's going to be your best bet. The rough to the right isn't super thick, but it's not thick, if you will. And Bryson rips one off the tee. He's going to try to go through the gap and cooks it about 100 deep.
That's actually where they're discussing potentially moving it for the Great Lakes, is putting the pin back on that hill potentially. They've not finalized anything, obviously, but that was a conversation the players were having with people and, giving feedback on that. I really like the pin position where it currently is at because of this right here. If you decide to get really big with your arm and get more aggressive, it's actually easier to reach that back hill, I think, than this kind of straighter, shorter shot. But we'll see what they do. I'm excited to see how they continue to work with this course. It just feels like it only gets better. It very rarely have I seen an adjustment ever where I question it. Really, all the adjustments have been really, really good.
Yeah, I really like to see the continuous improvement model here at Toboggan.
They've been doing such a good job. This is actually a hole I'm very glad they removed from last year.
Oh, slow down. Everyone going deep.
Yeah, a very popular place to land today. Ike a little short in front of that foliage. He's just going to pitch up and over. Put it right by the basket. Move right on. These guys are very fast as well, like getting ready to play. It was kind of fun to try to keep up with them. They just knew what they wanted their shot to be, and they did it. Great bid from Bryson there. Not quite enough to get in. And Henry here also in a tough spot.
There's something to be said for players that, just make their decision and commit to it.
Right. Hat drop number 4 there, just so we're keeping count.
We got a gray square.
I'm going to guess gray square.
And we got a gray square.
Oh, look at a little hop up there.
He was excited.
Wait a minute. Gray square.
Gray square. And there we go.
Gray square.
Gray square.
We did it. That's going to do it for our front 9 of round 2. Right now, our card's playing okay. Henry, the only one kind of taking a setback so far, but still has a chance to kind of score on the back 9. A couple holes with his power that he can get to. See what these guys can do in round 2. Thank you to Discraft and the PDGA for continuing to support this amazing event at Kensington Metro Park. This course is awesome. Always amazing to see the changes they make. And a big shout out to the Patreon family as well. Thank you for supporting us to come out and do coverage like this. We look forward to doing another event, and we'll see you guys on the back 9 of this round.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.